Welcome to Healthy Lifestyle with Lori Anne. I am Coach Lori Anne, America's #1 take action success coach and strategist, empowering, educating, inspiring, and igniting people to take action with jet propulsion. We assist people to find and embrace their life purpose, live their highest vision, become the best version of themselves, forging a strong foundation so that they can soar to success. For more information about how to work with me and my team, visit us at ldcstrategies.com or coachlorianne.com. Our goal here at Healthy Lifestyle is to empower minds, educate hearts, inspire action, and ignite success so you can have a life fulfilled for emotional, spiritual, physical life so that you're healthy and happy to live the life you've always wanted and dreamed. Welcome to the show. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. On Healthy Lifestyle today, we're going to give you some caffeine to light you up with possibilities. And today I'm excited to say we have my dear friend and personal photographer, Leya, and she is here. She's a personal branding expertise and also a headshot expert. She loves to create amazing photos that empower people, and surely she does. She also has a degree in finance and 16 years of experience in finance, which really helps to lend in her background to help her create an excellent branding images. So she's traveled to many places, and that has all become a part of her creative baggage, so to speak. And the people who inspire her the most are her amazing children, and everything she does for them. I so relate to that. I really understand that because you are such a role model. Welcome to the show, Leya.
Thank you so much, Lori Anne. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so glad you're here as well. You are so inspiring. I have to say, I'm going to send everybody to my website, ldcstrategies.com. Those pictures she did of me. So amazing. What a great experience. I love it. I want to talk more about that in a little bit, but I want to start to back up and just how did you were in finance, you were doing it for years. How did you get into photography?
So as a kid, I used to love to draw a lot. And I was a very creative kid. And it's also genetic. My father used to also draw. And he also did photography at a certain point in his life. So I guess growing up, I was influenced by it. So when I was working in finance, I always needed a creative outlet. So I bought a camera and I didn't know how to use it. And I started taking classes after work. And I loved it. And I was like, when I get laid off one day, I'm going to start my own photography business. And it happened. I got laid off and I
Oh my gosh.
my own business. Yes. And the rest is history. And here we are today.
Here we are today, and it's LeyaYPhotography.com, LEYA Photography.com, to see some other photos other than the LDCstrategies.com. I love, love, love my pictures. I get so many compliments, and what's the first question they ask? Where'd you get it done? Where'd you get it done? So I feel like I'm a billboard for you, Leya. It's really beautiful work. And with it, there's a passion, there's an ability, and I want to talk about your process, but why do you do the photography other than you fell in love with it? You know, why do you do what you do?
I love to empower people because they don't see what I see. I see their potential. And my goal is to bring them to that potential and to show them in the picture who they truly are. Like with you, you had such a transformation. You were like a butterfly. Like, you know how you always have butterflies? And everything in your journey, you have transformed so much. And I wanted to capture that. Like all of the hard work you put in, I wanted to showcase like how much you put in and how much you got out of it. So every outfit you chose, it told a story of your transformation. And that was the result. And I'm pretty sure when you look at the pictures, you're empowered every time you see them.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. It reminds me of my journey and the importance of it and how lucky I am and fortunate I am for all the good, bad, ugly that's happened in my past that brought me to where I am today and feel the way I do. But yeah, there was a feeling, I can't even put it into words, that happened during that process too of the actual photo shoot. Totally nerve-wracking. I hate taking pictures. I don't mind candids because I'm not paying attention to it, but I hate like posing and stuff like that. And it was nothing like that. There was no posing. It was just so natural. And also the way you make people feel, you just provided this energy that was so calming. And it was just like, okay, we're just sitting here chatting like I do on my radio show. To me, it's just we're just sitting here chatting. And in the meantime, you're clicking away and you don't even realize what's going on, so it's just so relaxing. And then, just changing the outfits and your guidance through the whole process. And we're going to get into your process in a second. But it's really that process that brings out these beautiful photos. It's just amazing. As a transformative coach, helping people from where they are to where they want to be, it's nice to be able to show where I was and where I am, that like I've walked the walk that I'm trying to coach on, right? I'm teaching and coaching, and I coach other coaches. So it's really nice to see and to become the next best version of you. So my brother used to say this all the time when he was younger. He goes, I can't wait for tomorrow because I get better looking every day. And I thought that was great, right?
Right.
But I can't wait for tomorrow because I get a better version of me every day,
Yeah.
or at least that's what I aspire to do, right? So it's a lot of fun. Speaking of inspiring, what inspires you?
A lot of things, a lot of people inspire me. I have usually it's the environment that inspires you. It's your
Yeah.
culture. Like my culture inspires me because in my photography you see a lot of very strong colors. Because I come from Central Asia and we love color, we love richness, the golds and all. Even in my logo, you'll see the black and the gold, and you see like very sharp, bright colors. So definitely my culture, where I come from, inspires me.
Sure.
My faith inspires me, and the people that I surround myself, like you, are one of the people who inspires me. Because when I did a photo shoot with you, I heard your journey. It's similar to mine. I feel like I'm still in the process. I'm not fully transformed. I'm not a butterfly yet. But because I met you, I see that it's worth doing the hard work, to become that butterfly.
Oh, thank you.
So
Yeah, it is. It's so worth it. It's so worth it. And it feels so good. But you're on your trail. You're really on your journey to becoming this great guru. I can tell because you're so natural at it. And I have to shout out to the glam team. Holy moly.
yeah, yeah.
We had makeup, we had hair, the whole 9 yards, and that was relaxing. And here's the thing: anybody who knows me knows that I absolutely am a control freak, right? And I've been learning how to let go. And that's part of the transformation is just release it. Know what your vision is, understand what you want and what you don't want, but then let it go and let it grow and blossom into what it's supposed to be. I totally handed over my control to you that day, totally, to your glam team, to you. And that was not something that was in my norm. Matter of fact, my bestie was like, you did what now? She was so proud of me. She goes, but look at the pictures, look at the result, because I trusted you.
You trusted my vision. That's
I
amazing.
trusted your vision, and you have really good vision. My favorite was let's talk about your process because it's not just day of; it starts weeks before.
Before,
Yeah, let's talk about it. So walk it through.
So I love to get to know my clients very on a personal level because I have to bring out their personality in their pictures, their story, and like the brand that they represent. Like with you, it's transformation. So that was a key for me to find out like what transformed you. And we had conversations about your life and your journey. And you showed me your closet and you showed me your outfits. And it was a whole process of like creating like the end product of your transformation. And I needed to know like your colors, your vibes. You're a very light person. Like the black in the photo shoot did not work because you're a light person. You have a very bright aura, I feel like, and I had to show that in the pictures. And all the bright colors that we ended up selecting for the outfits, they worked out the best for you.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not just, it's like a creative vision, but it's like a business vision at the same time. And I think we blended the two very well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the hair and makeup also has to complement that. So you are a beautiful light person, but at the same time, you're a very assertive coach, right? You expect things from people and they get done. And I had to bring that across in my pictures. So we selected the outfits during the consultation. We created a vision for the hair and makeup. We created, like, I also like to look at the logo to kind of bring that in also to the whole photo shoot because it makes a difference. That's your image, that's your brand, and everything has to be like in harmony with each other in order to make a strong presence for you online. Because the first place people find you usually is online.
Yeah.
And what stories is your website telling about you? What stories is your logo telling about you and your pictures? And with the microphone, those pictures, they showcase that you're a speaker. With the book in your hand, they showcase that you're an author. And you also do, so you're such a multifaceted person. I was like, are we gonna get all of these pictures all in one day? You know, because I wanted to show all the sides of you
Yeah.
that make you into this amazing coach. You know, I'm pretty sure like becoming a coach, you had to go through coaching yourself in order to get to this point. But now
I
you
have
have all
five
these
coaches.
people.
I
There
have
you
five
go.
coaches.
Wow,
Yeah.
how do you even deal with that? I
Well,
can't imagine that.
you need it. Any good coach has coaches. If a coach is not coachable, you don't really want to go with that because that's not a really good thing. Those coaches have a propensity to tell you what to do. That's not what we do. Like I say, I even say it on my website. Everybody who knows me and anybody who I've coached, they hear it ad nauseum, yourself included. I make suggestions, you make decisions.
Yeah,
You
that's
know, so I don't tell you what to do. I give you suggestions and options. And then we talk about why we're going in this direction or why you make the decisions you're making. It's really important to understand in a process, any process like photography, even in my coaching process, why you're making the choices you're making to go in the direction. Does it make sense? And a lot of times, when you talk it out loud, you're like, no. So even when we were picking out the outfits, I was showing you different outfits. Part of the trusting that I handed myself over to you is you honestly were like, no, not that outfit.
I'm like
Okay.
a coach for you.
Yeah. Well, you were coaching me through the branding, right? And you're
Yeah,
like, no, not that outfit. No, we don't want that. No, do these shoes. How about this? Blah, blah, blah. But you were really honest about it. Even when we were there, I had brought a black because I've been in the past known to wear black. Now I wear a lot of colors and I've always liked colors, but I also lost 42 pounds. And so therefore I feel really comfortable wearing colors now, even white. Oh no. So it's just amazing. All the women understand the even white. Oh no.
yeah,
Um,
I know. I understand right now.
yes, it's very fearful if you're heavier, and it just makes you look wider, heavier, whatever. Sometimes weight is over complimentary, as I say. But while we were at the photo shoot, I put the black on. You were like, "No, it's not doing it."
It wasn't working.
To me, and I want you to, go back to what your thought process was. To me, it was like, well, that's what I want. I want someone to be honest with me. It doesn't do me any good for someone to yes me to death in any scenario. I want you to be honest. You could be gentle, and you were, but you were like, no, that's not working. It wasn't you're not working. It wasn't about me. It was about that wasn't
It-
highlighting, doing what?
yeah. The vision, we had a certain vision we had to come across as you as a confident, beautiful coach. The black was drowning you out. The blue that you put on, that was like the star outfit for you. Because as a coach, because you came out of the dark, like you came out of the black and you went into the blue, the
Yeah,
baby blue,
yeah,
and you're confident, you're strong, you're beautiful. And I had to bring that across. And that was my goal. And
yeah.
even necklaces we picked. Remember, you had the blue necklace, it had to go, and it was like a perfect outfit, with the blue necklace, with the
Yeah,
blue.
the blue necklace, if you see it in the pictures, that was my mom's. I
Yeah.
was there when my dad picked it out for my mom, and my mom, it's a large aquamarine, and I remember my dad giving it to my mom, and I was so excited, and my mom loved it, but she felt like, and she was a petite woman. She felt like it was just overpowering and she doesn't wear V-necks. There was always an excuse not to wear it. She didn't want to be ostentatious. So she didn't really like wearing it. On the other hand, I'm like, I'm loving this thing. It's gorgeous. And it really complimented. And you were very particular on jewelry, on what I was wearing, what I didn't wear, because I wear a lot of sparkly. Anybody who knows me knows I wear lots of bracelets at the same time. I wear lots of sparkly. That's just who I am. I've always been like that. High heels, the whole 9 yards. That's why some of the images that you had with all of my shoes lined up, I'm like, oh, that's not even the start of the shoes that I have.
Even the shoes, we had to like pick out certain shoes for certain outfits because that makes everything come together, like the shoes for women,
Yeah, yeah.
the high heels and the different colors. And I love the colorful shoes everybody loved those shoes. When I posted that picture, everybody was like, wow.
Those were from Italy, actually, when I went to Italy with my son. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the designer, their first name is Lori, Lorre, whereas I'm Lori Anne, right? But I was like, oh, even better. But yeah, they were speaking to me. I remember passing them and I was like, all right, I'm going to go inside. if they have my size, it's meant to be. They had one in my size.
Oh wow, look at that.
One
See,
in my size. Yeah.
the universe conspiring
Yes.
to help you with the shoes even. You
Yeah.
see, the shoes, it's everything from the universe.
So true. Universe got source. They just, put it right in front of you. So, and I love those. That's in the gene picture for anybody who's
Yeah.
looking at the photos. So,
That's the other like the fun Lori Anne, like with the jeans, with the white top, like I had to show different sides because you're a coach, you have different sides so you have to vibe with different people.
we all do, right? We're onions. There's many
Yes,
layers to each of us,
layers.
not
Yeah.
just one thing. So sometimes when people, I call it pigeonholing, when you get pigeonholed and you're stuffed in a box, it's like, don't put baby in a corner. Don't put Lori in a box because I love so many different things. I mean, if one would look at me, they probably wouldn't say you ride motorcycles, you play golf. I do. I love
You do all that. That's cool.
so there I am in my leathers driving my motorcycle. I love it.
You should
Those are
photograph that in the motorcycle or golf
yeah,
all in one day.
yeah. I showed up to a singing event because I sing, right? I showed up to an event we were doing, and I rode up in my motorcycle on my motorcycle with my microphone strapped to the back of the motorcycle. Yeah, they had taken all the larger equipment, so I was able to it blew everybody away. I pulled the motorcycle right up to the bandstand, so it was fun because it was outside on the
Sing
beach.
for us. Do you have a YouTube video? I want to see it. I want to see how you sing.
There are some videos out there without a doubt. So I love doing it, but that's the things, those are the things you were capturing in your photos. And and then the glam shots were just so much fun because I do love the glamorous and I do have that dreamy side and I want people to dream big and I want people when they're making their dreams and putting their goals together is just make it audacious, make it a hairy audacious dream, and put it out there because it is possible, it can be done. Your empire that you're building with your photography to support your family and show your kids how strong you are, and you're a strong woman who supports women, you support your community, you're very deeply seated in not only your religion but also in your community and your heritage. I love that. And you support all those people where you live. It's just amazing. And speaking about inspiring, you are inspiring because you do all that and you do it in such ease with there's nothing you're looking for a return. You just want everyone to blossom and grow, similar to how you capture them with your lens. It's just amazing. You are so awe-inspiring and so amazingly talented.
Thank you, thank you. No, there's a reason for that because where we come from, women had a different position in society. We come to America, we have all these opportunities and we have embraced them. And I wanted to showcase like this how I met all of the women I met. Actually, it's how I met Olga that brought me to you through my project that I started to do about our women in the community. And there was so much talent and intellect. And I started photographing them. And when you photograph people, you connect, you talk, it's a very deep experience. You become friends at the end, even, for a long time. I made so many friends from this. And I was like, wow, we have so many phenomenal women. Let me showcase them.
Yeah.
I want to go front and center because, this country gives women especially a lot of opportunities.
Without a doubt. And you do connect on a different level because you're in a vulnerable state, perceptively a vulnerable state. So there's that connection, but there's where you create an environment to allow people to be vulnerable, to show that other side of themselves. And we all don't have to be strong all the time. And that's something I had to learn. Like I grew up with boys. Strong in working environment. I always had to be strong because they didn't want to listen to the women when I was in my age. It was glass ceiling, the whole 9 yards. Women only got so far, and then it was just like you were always the assistant, even if you were the lead negotiator. They thought you were the secretary coming in. And you always had to jump those hurdles, but you couldn't take it personally because if you did, you would never make it. You would never get those other opportunities. So you just laugh and brush it aside and just keep plowing forward. And I think that's where I get my resilience. And that's what I teach when I'm working with a client is we got to keep you in your wheelhouse and keep pushing forward. Doesn't matter what's being thrown at you. Just keep pushing forward. All the other stuff will go away and you'll come out as the star. You'll come out rising because you don't let that little stuff bother you. And that's an important thing. I do, in the second part, I want to talk about, let's talk about what personal branding is about, and what kind of headshots you should have, and what kind of clothes you should wear, and all those things that we don't know how to do. And when we do them bad, it's tragic. It's absolutely tragic. So you are listening to Healthy Lifestyle with Lori Anne. We're here with Leya, a great photographer. If you need one, headshots, personal shots, family shots, anything like that. She is amazing and knows how to bring the best out of you. Look at my photos at ldcstrategist.com. Also go to her website, Leya Y Photography.com. That's LEYA Photography.com. We're going to come back after this short break and have more conversations about personal branding, headshots, and more in just a few minutes. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Healthy Lifestyle with Lori Anne. I am Coach Lori Anne, America's #1 Take Action Success Coach and Strategist. If you would like to be a guest or lift up your business, product, or not-for-profit, or if you have any questions or comments, we would love to hear from you. Email us at healthylifestylewithla@gmail.com. That's healthylifestylewithla@gmail.com. So my team and I teach founders and entrepreneurs like you on how to put a sustainable business model under your dream. As a result of our work, my clients grow their business anywhere from 75 to 200% over the course of 12 to 18 months. They gain more clarity, they take more powerful actions, they have more focused energy, they're happier, they have fun, they make more money, they have more free time to spend doing what they love and become the next best version of themselves. And most importantly, they feel educated, empowered, inspired, and ignited. You might hear that once in a while from me, right? So I'm taking on a few more clients. So if you know someone who wants to take their business to the next level, who wants to access to getting further faster and become the next best version of themselves, who would benefit from a discussion about what's possible, have them email us at healthylifestylewithla@gmail.com or visit us at ldcstrategies.com. Welcome back again. Today we're speaking with Leya. She is an outrageously phenomenal photographer who did all of my photos. And I'm not just saying that because she did my photos. I can't tell you the compliments I've gotten and received across the country of people seeing these new photos, and I haven't even blasted out that it's a new website too from our good friend Mark. He does beautiful work as well. But it is just amazing how those photos not only empowered my website, but empowered me, brought me to another level, bringing my product and my brand to another level. So Leya, welcome back to the show. And let's talk about personal branding. Like, people throw that term around all the time. Tell us, what's personal branding? What should we look for? What should we be asking for? Because you are the personal branding guru.
Thank you for having me again. So personal branding is basically your image that you put out to the world of whatever it is that you do. Like, you're an action success coach. So that is your personal brand, and you have to come across that in your content, in your images, and the way you present yourself to the world. And it's very important when you do pictures for your business, depending on what it is. Like for you, you're a coach. That is your brand, and that is how you have to dress. You have to address your public, and this is how you have to present yourself. So when you're doing a personal branding photo shoot, it's not like a just get together, take a flash. No, it's a whole process that involves understanding the brand, seeing the logo, getting to know the person, because all of those are ingredients that make the photo shoot successful, that make the end product, the brand that you want to portray out there, successful.
Yeah.
Like with you, it took a long time to get all the pieces together. I knew you from the Litip network, and then we had a conversation, and we had another Zoom, and we went through your closet, and all of that and your website helped me put together a personal branding photo shoot to portray you as you are.
Yeah. There are some photographers who go out there and say, I want you to get this, I want you to wear this, I want you to do this outfit. You didn't do any of that. You worked with what I had, what I felt comfortable with. You looked at different things. Like I said earlier in the first segment, is you would be honest with me and say, no, not that outfit, no. And I brought my yellow dress. Some of the pictures are with my yellow dress. And I was like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Ends up being great, great color for me. Ends up being something that, I felt really good in. And it really popped. And you even had mentioned that, and lots of compliments. But you just definitely have this guidance that's really approachable. And sometimes I've worked with photographers who just basically want you to do those moves you see on TV where you just have to keep moving in different, and that's not, you're like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. I even like here's the right pose, or put your hands here, or scoot down on the box. It'll make you look thinner, which is the best thing you could ever say to any woman is do this and it'll make you look thinner. Done. Okay, I can do that. That it was really good. And the lighting was important, but you also used a lot of natural light, which
Yeah.
I'm a love.
For you, natural light was perfect.
Yeah.
Because I see the light in you, like it goes with your personality, the natural light. That's why I chose that studio in particular for you when I rented it out. And like, if I'm going to photograph a fitness professional, I'm not going to use natural light. I'm going to use studio lighting because I need to show their muscles.
Yeah.
Their story is different. Their visual story is different. Your visual story is different. You're a leader. You're a light leader, and I had to show that in your pictures. Like, that's also part of your brand, because you're like, look, even now you're wearing white. I'm wearing black. You're wearing white. See, even now you're influencing people as a light leader. Even in this talk show, everything is bright. The color, like, I'm still looking at you. I'm still learning about you. And it's all like coming together. And I had to communicate it across all of the pictures. But you're a strong person at the end with a microphone. When you have that picture with a microphone, that shows you as a leader who could lead and coach, and speak and inspire and empower, and you have that authority kind of to like keep people, accountable. So I had to bring that out too in the pictures.
And clearly you did do that. Headshots. What kind of headshots should people get if they're not a coach and they don't need the assets like I do? And I call any kind of graphic assets. So photos and graphics, website, those are all assets.
Headshots have to be well lit. The lighting is very important in headshots. And the people, if they work in an office environment, if they're professionals, they would probably dress up conservatively for the headshot. Like if you're an attorney, you probably would wear a suit and a tie and a shirt. The way you dress for a headshot is important. Grooming is important. Lighting is important. And like the perspective of the headshot, because it doesn't have to be full body. It has to be like this. So headshots are important for LinkedIn. They're important for your website. They're important for at work when you have like the messaging or whatever. You need headshots for that. Headshots, everybody needs a good headshot. It doesn't matter what you do right now. Since we are in a very visual world, everybody needs a good headshot. Every professional in every field.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of times people get photos and they're like, I don't know what to do with them. And like you had mentioned some things, social media, you can put that on there. It's really good to put on the top of a resume if you're going to put a resume out there.
Yes.
Really good for your signature. So especially if you're business development, or you're out there for real estate, or you're out there and you're going to see people, if you're visiting people in their homes because you have a service that helps people in their homes, for people to be able to see who's coming to their home, real important to do it in that as well. So a nice headshot that's welcoming. Also, no sunglasses.
No sunglasses. No, of course not.
You don't want to cover your eyes. You don't want to have a hat on unless that's your signature. Like I do wear hats a lot, but I don't wear them in headshots because I want them to see who they're going to meet.
Yeah.
And make sure that you use recent shots. Like I get my photos done at a minimum every 2 years, because one, I change drastically, and two, I want when I show up to a Zoom call or when I show up to speak in front of a group of individuals, I want them to know that that's the person who is showing up. So often I'll go to events and the other speakers have pictures that look beautiful. Not that they're not beautiful in person, but they don't look anything like their headshot, and that's not good.
No, that's not good. That's AI. Sometimes, people have been using AI for headshots.
No.
Like, nobody looks that perfect. That looks like, honestly, to me, kind of sometimes looks like a cartoonish type of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool for your Facebook profile, but if you are on LinkedIn or if you're using this for Zoom, you have to have a good headshot. I have a friend who's a nurse I did her picture. She posted it on her Zoom, and all of her friends came to me for headshots because they loved her picture.
Yeah.
It's like night and day when you don't have a professional headshot, when you have like a selfie with a phone versus a real headshot. You're like a totally different person. When you have a headshot, you look like you know what you're doing. You're the
Yeah.
authority in the field, basically.
If it's done right, and also the way you do it too. I saw some of your shots, and there was, I think she was an attorney, and she had this beautiful pocketbook, and she was just, she looked like a model, for God's sakes. But there was a sense of authority and knowingness
Yeah.
that made me go, oh, I would talk to her, because I had that instantaneous feeling of trust and confidence, because she was representing the confidence that she really had inside of her. And I'm a people reader by career, and also just I've been doing it for my whole life. It's just like making up stories about people, reading who they are, and love airports, have the greatest story for airports. But it's in reading those photos, you could really read it. So when you're looking at someone's pictures, you want their eyes, really to be able to see into their souls. And I don't mean to sound corny, but it's the gateway to your soul, is to be able to see into your eyes. You see they're genuinely interested in helping you. They're genuinely what they are. And that's you. You're genuinely interested in getting the best version out of them and just out of everybody around you. And you're impactful when you're in a room, because you highlight everybody in the room, and it's a beautiful thing that you do. Have you been doing this all along? Because I've known you for a few months now, and every second I see you, you're always very impactful. And I think it's wonderful in a positive way.
No, I haven't been doing this. This came out, when I started doing photography, like this whole thing started. I came out of my shell. Like, you know how you came out of your shell because you had to go through stuff? I guess this had to happen for me to come out of my shell and do my thing.
Well, everything that happens to us, every pivot in life, every challenge, the larger the challenge, the larger the opportunity to change and make different choices and grow. Yeah. So, and we both had similar challenges, and taking that leap, listen, somebody asked me, I was interviewed recently, and they said, well, did you have fun when you met? And no, it wasn't fun. It was hard.
It was
It was
painful.
difficult. It was painful. It hurt my heart. It was scary. I was scared. Sometimes I felt a little tortured. It's just like, I had the pity for me, why me party. But then I got bored with that and decided to go like, well, all right, move on, move along. Just keep moving along. Nothing to see here. And then you look at it as an opportunity to grow. This is an opportunity to show where you are today. And then in a couple of years, when we do this again, and we're going to look back at these pictures, and they're going to look entirely different, because in 2 years from now, who knows? Who knows who will?
We're gonna look better. We're gonna keep getting better and better every day.
Yeah. We get better with age. I'm not. And the other thing that happened is, I'm not fearful of getting older, because you showed the beauty of the growth, of the maturity, of the transition, of everything that I have been through, similar to anybody else. And I'm sure there are many people out there that have gone through worse things than I have ever encountered, but it was difficult for me. Same with you.
Yeah, man.
You've gone through a lot to be where you are, and still you're positive, you smile, you're wonderful to be around, you're inspirational. And you do that through your photography, through your lens. Even when you were sitting there and you were watching them getting me prepped, you were directing. You were like, this is what I want. This is what I want done with her hair. This is what I want done with you just have the vision. And that's very calming for someone who, that's not my wheelhouse. I know my wheelhouse. This is not my wheelhouse. And this is absolutely where you belong. It's absolutely your wheelhouse. You're creative, you communicate it properly, you create those vision boards to give me ideas of what you're going to do. Because at the beginning, I'm like, I don't know what kind of pictures you're going to take. And you showed me like, how about this? And what about this? And what do you think about this? And what do you need? And looked at my website. You really did a lot of research. And in doing so, in knowing who I am, that's why the pictures are the way they are. That they're so amazing. So amazing. Literally, I look at it and I go, I can't believe that's me.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's you. Lori Anne 2.0, everybody.
Lori Anne, yeah, it's more like 22.0, but whatever. But you know what? We're always growing, and that's
It's amazing. That's the best part. I love it. I love to see the transformation. It was insane.
So when I walked in, you saw I was nervous.
Yeah, you were nervous, but I
So
was
yeah,
like,
so my perception was you made me feel more and more comfortable. Your team made me feel more and more comfortable. You told me what you were going to do. You walked me through, and you basically said, "Trust me." And I was like, "Okay, I'm going to hand myself over and trust whatever you do." And through the process, you still did that too. So did you learn that process, or is that just a mom in you coming out? Because you are a good mama.
oh, thank you.
Shout out to
Yes,
your
I guess it's a combination. Like I've done it before, and I know how uncomfortable people get when it comes to taking pictures, myself included. It's a torturous process, especially for women. We always think we're like not good enough. We don't look good enough, and that's why my goal is to make them look good, feel good. So in front of the camera, they're confident, and I want to capture the confidence. And I like to talk to people in advance to ease them, like, to ease them into the whole process so that it's not a photo shoot, it's just a fun process of us getting together and taking pictures, and then in between I'll like pose you and we talk and we get to know each other more,
yeah,
and everything matters, the lighting, the expressions, the posing, because different expressions can communicate different things, like
yeah,
when you're the fun Lori Anne in the yellow dress, that's for different reasons, like for different content. But when you're like serious Lori Anne and you're focused and you're like motivator, that's for different content. So, but I have to make you feel comfortable before we get to that point. And that's my goal. That's why I talk to people a lot.
yeah.
And I want to like hang out with them. I'm like, we're friends.
I felt like we were hanging out, and
And
I
then
felt
we're like go into it.
yeah, no, I felt like we were friends hanging out. I also felt like it was better than a spa day. I could tell you that when I drove in to the studio, I was a little nervous. I was like, okay, I have to get all this stuff in. I was, just doing my tactical things. I need to make sure I get these shots, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't even have those conversations because I didn't need to. And then the other thing is I was so relaxed when I was that shot you'll see in the car. That's us. You took that picture
Yeah,
of
yeah.
driving my car. You see how relaxed I am? It was just because I felt like I just came out of a spa, but better, but way better. And you just gave me a sneak peek of a couple of pictures, but I just knew that they were going to be good. I just knew just from looking at one or two pictures, I knew they were going to be good. I also knew that it was such a good experience and it was so calm and the time went
Yeah,
really
it was
fast.
fast. It was
Yeah.
fast.
Couple of hints. What are good suggestions and hints you can give our listeners when they come in to take photos with you or take photos?
Take a good night of sleep, sleep well, drink a lot, because when
Water.
yeah, water is very, very big because hydration is important. And when you're not tired, your eyes, you don't get the puffy, under the eyes. Definitely, if you're a man, get a haircut before the photo shoot or put on gel. Grooming, shave if you have to, if you're a man. For women, facial hair, remove the unnecessary facial hair. Do your nails for the photo shoot. Jewelry is important, depending on what you're going for. Different jewelry tells different stories. Like right now, what you're wearing is very classy. Like, that would be nice. A classy shoot, but even the earrings make a difference.
Yeah.
If you're an attorney, more like studs, you wear different jewelry. Wear a watch for men if they are professional, like serious professional, like attorneys or whatever in business. A nice watch is a big deal. Make sure your clothing is not wrinkled because that's also important to look put together in your pictures. And dress for success if it's a headshot, and if it's your brand, have fun with it. Show your personality. Also, bring your favorite colors, whatever you like bring your favorite outfits that make you feel comfortable. There was a time when I used to like direct people on what to wear. And then people are like, that's not me. And I realized I have to work with them, not like just tell them what to do. I'm like, let me see your closet. Let me see what's inside your closet.
Yeah, because if you're not comfortable with what you're wearing, it's going to show in your picture. The nonverbal is significantly more impactful than the verbal. So this is a nonverbal version of you, and if you're uncomfortable, it will show in your shoulders, it'll show in your face, it'll
Yeah,
just your mindset because it's about mindset too.
it
That's
is.
why it was important that feeling comfortable was real important. So when you're choosing a photographer, when you're going to Leya, I really highly recommend Leya beyond, not just because you took my photos, not just because we're friends now, but because I really believe in them. And you can just look at the product. I don't even have to speak about it. Just go to my website, ldcstrategies.com. You will see the product that she produced. And anybody who's been there before, you can see a before and after. If you want a before and after, I'll be more than happy to show you. If you go to Leya's Instagram, you'll see a before and after. You actually do a before and after of the website of what it looked like and what it looks like now. So that was really cool, by the way. Thank you for that. I love my Vogue cover. That was really cool.
It's cool, right? I love that picture. See, there's another side of you, like the mysterious
Dramatic.
in her like lace mask, in her Game of Thrones dress.
Yeah, that's what I call the dress, Game of Thrones. That's so funny.
You kept saying, I love that dress. Oh my God. For you, it was like perfect.
That was
that classy, elegant side of you. I loved it.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Everybody kept commenting when I posted that picture on my Facebook, like, next time take me to your photo shoot. I want to meet her. I was like, sure. Like all these weird comments coming up. Like, why wasn't I invited? I'm like,
I will meet anybody. I would love to, especially if they're friends of yours. I think you're amazing and you surround yourself with amazing people. In the last minute, really, really quick, give our listeners, I'm a take action coach, so give them some action to take associated with the photography.
Definitely, if you don't have good headshots, if you don't have good personal branding images, invest in that. It's an investment. It's investment in your business, in your brand, and in your image. Your external image to the world when you think nobody's watching is very important, because that's what brings new clients. And good luck in the future with everything you do.
Oh my gosh, you are amazing, Leya. I'd love to have you back so you can do some hints that people can have in taking photos. But again, Leya, mention all the different type of photos you do before we go real quick.
Headshots, personal branding, they're like my favorite ones. I love glamour for women because women have to see their glamour side. Sometimes I do family, and during holiday seasons or themed sessions for kids, that happens once in a while. So yeah, that's all
that. Go to Leya Y Photography.com. That's LEYAY photography.com. You can find her on Instagram at Leya_Y_photography. If you follow me, you can find her because she follows me. We follow each other. We throw people back and forth. Thank you so much for being on. You are an inspiration, a doll, and a magnificent woman and human being. So thank you for being in my life. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all today for joining us on Healthy Lifestyle with Lori Anne. I hope we earned the privilege of your time. Again, I want to thank our guest today, Leya. Look for our next show next Saturday at 3 p.m. on JVC Broadcasting and iHeartRadio. We also can be found on all major platforms and would be so grateful if you please like, follow, share, and subscribe. Until next time, I am Coach Lori Anne, America's #1 Take Action Success Coach and Strategist. Let your dreams be bigger than your fears. Let your life be filled with joy. Play a higher role, serve a higher purpose show for you, and show up big. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.